Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 3 of Yooka Laylee. You might recognize that I have several more pages than when we last left off, and that is because there is a bunch of lost footage. For technical reasons I won't get into. So I did complete a fair bit of Tribalstack Tropics off camera. Oh dear. I didn't know that he did that either time that I've done this before. Like, I climbed up here and stopped right after his jabbering. And then realized that the footage was not recoverable. Anyway, so the current plan is to do a couple more pages here in Tribalstack, and then we'll move on to World 2. Because I did not need to do that. What I wanted to do was like 2 worlds of Banjo Kazooie to about 1 world of Yooka Laylee. That works out more or less equal. But the way Yooka Laylee is structured, that just doesn't work because I need the high jump to get up here, which, I mean, that's just 3 golden feathers, but still. And, I need the move from, like, what is it, World 4 to do a pagey, and there's just all this backtracking. And I'm not 100% against backtracking, but it's difficult to do backtracking well. And the joke here is that Rampo thinks we're Trouser and that we're trying to sell him windows, even though he's a wall. And I don't know. It's not gonna let me look up. That's the you can't do that noise. Not being able to see very far ahead is just obnoxious here. I need to ration my butterflies down there carefully. And there is no getting past this. I think when I did this the very first time, I actually had flight. And I could have just totally cheesed it, but I didn't. Okay. I'm gonna have to jump over these. It is nice that it kind of gives you a preview of what's happening during that. Ugh. It's not my resolution unless I'm supposed to be playing in 4K. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my lord. I didn't really mind that that footage was unrecoverable. Ugh. Okay. I got a pity. A pity not get bad is how I'm going to describe that. Yeah, that's what happens when you have socialized healthcare. Wait a minute. It shouldn't happen. That was a bad joke. Oh my god. Okay. I think I realized the trick. I can actually stop. I am smart. It feels like you should have to be constantly rolling to maintain momentum, but that is not the case. And he is done for. It's worth noting that Yooka Laylee has at least a couple boss battles that I'm aware of, compared to Banjo Kazooie, which really... I just don't remember a whole ton of boss battles in Banjo Kazooie. I could be proven wrong later on in this Let's Play. I'm sure. I will probably mock myself. I was gonna say someone will mock me. I would mock me. I did fly over him the first time I did this just for grins. Oh yeah, not having the flutter jump equivalent also really hurts mobility. So the plan, which I might not have properly articulated earlier, is to just get enough pages to open the next world at each point, and then move on to the next one. And I want to get... What the heck was that? Yeah, it tries to snap you to that. That was ridiculous. Anyway. I want to get a couple pages ahead. We actually have enough to go and completely open Glitterglaze Glacier. With 8. That is enough to do that. But I want to get a little bit ahead just in case I have trouble in Glitterglaze. And as we get more moves and can complete a larger percentage of the levels, that will be less of a concern. And I already talked to this guy in a previous video, but you have to talk to him again to get the person that he's... Actually, it may be that, yes, I do want to do it. I don't want to... I don't know why they even... I assume there's some dialogue if you say no, but I do not trust it to be amusing enough to be worth the time. I did Shovel Knight off camera, which I feel really... on camera in horrible... bad footage down. I feel bad about that. Yeah, you're gonna give me a clue. I have to go slow to figure out what it is. Actually, I know exactly what it is. His bow he takes to war around the island with a high score. And we've actually completely avoided the island with a high score. For a reason we'll get to in a moment. I think there's enough feathers down here to justify the side doing that I'm in the process of. And Playtonic had this cute idea. I wonder if I'm supposed to use the long jump to get that. Anyway, they're arcade games. And the first one is terrible. And I don't know that I found any of the ones in the other worlds, and like... I'll try one or two of them that I have not tried before. For my own benefit as well as yours. But as it is, like, I think you get 2 pages from these, but unless I'm desperate, I am not going in them. The minecart segments, which are a callback to the excellent minecart rides in... Yeah, I don't have the high jump to get up there. But the minecart segments, which are a callback to the excellent minecart stuff in Donkey Kong Country, and I assume Donkey Kong Country 2. And those are actually pretty good. I can live with those. But all these... The first arcade thing is just poorly controlled. A little too demanding for what it is. You gonna tell me where I go? I guess he's still picky, but he looks more like a wild boar to me. I was just thinking. Near the world's Rampo, explore the tomb underneath. That doesn't even rhyme. I would ask him to see if he actually corrects himself, but I don't have faith in that either. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Nope. I'm dead. It is all over but the crying. This might have actually... Oh! Huh. Put me back at the start because apparently I haven't gone through any other transitions. And yeah, it wants me to go under here. And... I guess Rampo... Ugh. I think you can find... It's not like... Actually, I'm not sure what causes this to open up. We can hear the pagey, which is not here until this lady is. Does that... That looks like a Viva Pinata. A little bit. It's not blinking. That sure was a game. I didn't play much of it, I have to admit, but I'm aware of it. That was a rare game, right? Surely. Yeah, because it's in the rare collection that I've spoken of in Banjo Kazooie. On your Xbox One, you get a 30-in-1 package of rare, or 30 different rare games on a disc. And that... I actually don't know how much it costs. I think it has to be like 30 bucks. But if you have an Xbox One, that's probably the best reason to own one. The best exclusive, I imagine. I'm sure Halo 5 is good. I wouldn't know. The only next-generation console I have purchased is a Nintendo Switch, as I have gone on at length about prior. Speaking of consoles, actually, I want to leave. How many? Plenty of pages, enough feathers. Are there any easy to grab feathers on the way out? I don't think so. I would like to have a few more. We're also going to get a pagey on the way to level 2. World 2, however you want to say it. Anyway, cutting out this loading screen. See you on the other side. Alright. Yeah, we're back. I kind of spaced out there for a minute. It's interesting to watch these when I'm editing them, because that loading screen is like 30 seconds of just kind of staring, thinking about what I'm going to say on the other side. And this is where you're informed that you can click the left stick, which is the dumbest possible input, and you can't, like, change the input, at least on the Steam version. Did not let me do it completely wrong there. I think I did have to jump. Anyway, if you can't see it well, the letters in Pagey are scattered around here. And it's just the most blatantly obvious puzzle. I don't know what happens if you get it wrong, and I guess we'll never know now. Anyway, with regards to consoles. The Wii U, as you might know, is no longer in production. It only sold 13 million units. And I try not to be a console warrior. I also evidently try to wander around in circles and not accomplish anything while I'm talking. And I'm not going to say the Wii U sucked. In fact, what I'm going on at length here about is that the Wii U was interesting. Oh, that's a pagey I can collect. We're getting ahead of the game. Ahead of the curve here. Anyway. But the Wii U was this interesting gimmick that apparently the hardware did not quite live up to the E3 presentation. Was that 2010 or 2011? I don't remember when E3 would have been. That the Wii U would have showed up at. Oh, I have to go through the Quackfire quiz. Which, this is sort of cute. It's a reference to the end of Banjo Kazooie. We'll get to the Wii U later, because this is a loading screen. See ya. You know the deal. Next episode of Yooka Laylee on the left, next episode of Banjo Kazooie on the right. Playlists for both in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching.